Hello everybody, this is Gareth Goon Speaks back here with another video. I'd like you to hit the subscribe bar, give me a thumbs up if you like the video, or hit the notification bell to be notified when I post my next post. Or otherwise you can donate to my ministry and the charities that I support at garethgoon3 at gmail.com on PayPal. New study confirms that levels of abortion drug compounds were found at 10 times the safe amount, um, which actually means that if you're drinking the water from this source, you could be opening yourself up to a non-pregnancy or an abortion, and it means that the water isn't safe for pregnant women to be drinking. So my advice on this one would be to use a filter if you can, if that's even possible. This is the information on the new study. Abortion drugs in the United States drinking water, another horrifying consequence of the culture of death. In 2025, 25 Republican lawmakers signed a letter calling on the Trump administration to determine whether the abortion pill mifepristone has an environmental impact on the US water system. Mifepristone is the first in a set of two drugs that end the life or used to murder of an unborn child, typically early in pregnancy up to about 10 weeks gestational age. The drug is basically an anti-progestin, blocking the woman's body from receiving the hormone progesterone that allows the uterine lining to accept the baby's placenta. Unable to receive nourishment from mom due to the lack of progesterone, the baby dies, and a second drug induces contractions to deliver the dead baby's tiny body. About 63% of abortions today are these chemical abortions. 642,700 babies were killed in 2003, and an increasing number take place at home. But what happens to the mifepristone after the woman takes it and kills her baby? The baby and mifepristone leave the woman's body and are flushed down the toilet to presumably be removed by the wastewater treatment plant, except no one was testing if conventional water treatment removed drugs like mifepristone from the drinking water. Turns out, according to a new study, it does not. This study, published in Issues in Law and Medicine Food, a statistically significant amount of mifepristone was found in all but one of the 9 water sources that were tested. Water came from Austin, Texas, Blackburn, Virginia, and Carbondale, Illinois. The study authors wrote, conventional water treatment was not effective for removing the EDC, endocrine disrupting compound, from water in all cities. We tested 2 cities, showed significant mean concentrations even in tap water. What impact does that have on the health and fertility of the people drinking the water, or the plants and animals that live in or around the water? No one knows because it's never been studied. but the study summarizes what we do know about these kinds of compounds that disrupt the endocrine hormone system. Past research has shown that endocrine disrupting compounds, including steroid hormones, synthetic estrogens, and progestins, found in oral contraceptives, are present in water supplies. The problem remains an environmental and health concern, especially given the widespread use of the contraceptives and the increased prevalence of medication abortion in recent years. These compounds have a number of deleterious effects on human and animal biology, particularly aquatic animals. Small amounts of these chemicals, parts per trillion, can affect the endocrine system of animals and human progestins, including specifically the anti-progesterone synthetic steroid hormone mifepristone, have been found to have disruptive effects on the fertility and reproduction of fish, moreover further highlighting the potential of environmental toxicity and contamination. The FDA recommends treating any unused mifepristone pills as hazardous waste. In other words, we don't know the effect on humans and the environmental health yet for sure, but it's probably not good. According to an article reporting on this story, the EPA replied on studies that were done in 1996 to make sure that the excreted chemicals in the wastewater and the thrown away pills would not reach a level that would hinder US fertility rates. Vice Chairman of the Committee on Health and Human Services in the Kansas House of Representatives, Ron Bryce, said since then up to 63% or more of abortions are done by chemical abortions, maybe who knows, 1 million a year, and so the level of mifepristone in our waterways has grown dramatically. Infertility has skyrocketed 84% between 1990 and 2021. Globally, the abortion pill was first approved in the US in 2000 and approved in many European countries in the late 1980s and the early 90s. In 2021, the study found that more than 110 million women faced infertility, and 1 in 10 women within the reproductive age range were infertile. Bryce is calling for a study to be done that analyses infertility in light of mifepristone in the US water system. This is absolutely shocking for women and animals that aren't going to be able to get pregnant because other women choose to murder their children just so they can have an easy way out. This should shock the whole entire world. Because if it's in US waters, it's definitely in UK and Europe's waters too. No wonder the birth rates are so low if this is what's going on. Shalom, Maranatha, and Hallelujah.